Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I had a lot of requests about the mermaid bathroom. So I just finished taking down all the Christmas stuff. I put all the other stuff back up and now I'm going to give you a tour of it. So I figure we'll start right up here at these chalkware fish. They came out of Miss Ruth's house. She had an amazing bathroom that had a pink tub, sea green tiles from the 50s, and a sparkly linoleum floor. So she started to do this, and when she moved, a lot of her sea life and whatnot came to me. So we'll just scroll down here. The red-headed mermaids, they are a recent addition. I want to say probably October-ish. We got a call about a house being cleaned out, and it was a sad story. The woman that had hired them to clean it out, the people were supposed to take everything. They went through, cherry-picked what they wanted, and left a mess for everybody else. These were actually hanging up in the bathroom, completely covered in dust and dirt and grossness. And I rescued them, brought them home, and cleaned them up, so they're there. This set I bought at an auction, and I think I paid up for it a little bit. I just liked it because it was a 4-piece set. So they've been hanging out there. These guys over here actually came in the original cardboard, and unfortunately his tail was broken, but I still love them. With a lot of these things, you know, you're going to end up with some dents and dings unless you want to pay an astronomical price for them. So even if they're a little banged up, I still love them. I still like to add them to the bathroom. We'll scroll over here. This little whale I got at a yard sale for 25 cents, and he's just hanging up there. This little guy came out of Miss Ruth's bathroom. Again, she loves to pass on her treasures to me and Sarah, so he came to live with me. I'm pretty sure this set came from her as well. Like I said, she had a lot of sets, so she gifted me quite a few, as she knew they would live here and be carried on in a cool bathroom. These guys I picked up at an antique mall for a couple bucks. They're just kind of down here hanging out. So we'll go back up here. These are my lucite seahorses. I love them. I think I bought them on eBay and they were pretty reasonable. So they're hanging up here. I got one little lone mermaid girl back there hanging out. And then I have some funness up here on top of the shelf. So as you can see, it's a mixture of planters, aquarium figurines, some salt and pepper shakers even, and a couple miniature mermaids hanging out there. Down here, again, some aquarium figurines, which a lot of them are from the 40s and 50s. When I see them come through auction, I try to pick them up, even if I don't need them. People collect them. And then this great planner I picked up at an antique store probably about 10 years ago. So this is a combination of fish that I started out with and some of Miss Ruth's fish. The blue 3-piece set with the blue bubbles was mine. I've had that up there for quite some time. The rest of it came from Miss Ruth herself. And I just decided to mix them in there. Just something a little fun behind the toilet. I got another aquarium piece there, 2 McCoy cornucopias that are in that cool seafoam green color, and that cool fish planner. I even have a vintage fish trash can that I picked up at a yard sale for 50 cents. It's not in the best shape, but it still is a good color and it matches the theme. So these guys here, this is a mixture. The black fish up there I had gotten at a thrift store a while back. These angel fish, they came from Miss Ruth. They're made in Japan. Let's see. The light fixtures I picked up at an auction years ago. There was always these hanging pendant lights there, and I decided I wanted to keep something traditional. The people that had the house before us, they actually, it was an estate. Somebody came in and took the original light fixtures, which I heard were very French provincial, so I was not terribly upset about it. But so I added these guys. This mirror came from an estate auction. I love the fact that it had that open back, so it, whatever color the wall is, kind of mimics through the glass there. Those were actually a Christmas present from Ruth. She bought those for me, I want to say probably 3 or 4 years ago. I think they were part of her collection, but she knew I really loved them, so she gifted them to me. I'll come down here. And here's some fun tchotchke things. So the hand towel is vintage. I got that. I think it actually came from Ruth again, when we were cleaning out her house so she could move. These jars I picked up at the auction here and there. I like just the fun designs on them, as you can see. Some pink and ferns and just craziness. A lot of McCoy pottery in the aqua color. Threw in these fun fish figurines. I don't think they're terribly old, but they fit the theme and needed something in there. This fish planner came from the house up the street that was a family member's. I was down in the basement, and I think that's what actually started the whole fish theme in the bathroom. Going back over here, these two-piece sets here, they were coming up at an auction that my friend was at, and I said, just buy them. I want them. I need them. Just buy them. So she did, and I got them hanging up here. I just love the little mermaids riding the dolphins. So there's a pair of these chalkware fish planners here. They were my granny's. The shelf that has all the planners and other things, this metal shelf and these fish, were all hanging up in her downstairs basement kitchen. And they had to have been down there for at least 35 years, because that's when I remember them as a kid being down there. So when we were cleaning out her house, I absolutely had to bring them home. I know they're not in the best shape, but they have some meaning to me. That fun guy got at a thrift store, I think. So down here, this is actually a TV lamp that I picked up at the auction about 5 or 6 years ago. And it just reminded me that under the sea kind of theme. So I actually have it plugged in and use it at nighttime sometimes when we have company and stuff, just as like a night light in the bathroom. This is a pretty rare piece. I picked this up down at the beach at one of the little thrift stores for a couple bucks. But I've seen these sell for some pretty good money on eBay. I just love the mid-century fish design. I believe it's an Italian designer. I don't think there's a mark on the bottom of it. Nope, it's pretty, but I've seen it on some YouTube channels. That's actually a Holt Howard Hula Girl toothbrush holder, and I bought that at the auction as well. Let's go back up to the top here. Those, I believe, came from Ruth again. I'm pretty sure she gave those to me. These pink ones over here, Brian bought me one year for Christmas, as well as a couple other things behind the door here as I shut it. This wall, we have the chalkware skunks that I picked up at an auction. They're pretty cool. You also have these chalkware turtles, which Brian bought me for Christmas one year. They kind of hang up in here. And then I picked up this set of ducks at an auction. The ducks look a little crusty. They're actually not. They're a little bit stained. A lot of times with chalkware, you have to be really careful how you wash them. Unfortunately, you can't use abrasive cleaners on them because it actually eats away at the chalk and the paint, and then they actually fall apart. So you have to be very careful about them. So these were pretty baked, but I just felt like I had to save them. So I did the best I could cleaning them up without ruining them. So down here, we have some new vintage new towels, and these vintage dolphin towels I bought at an auction. Just something for color and pop. Up here we have this lovely set, two sets actually, of these swimming fish. I bought them at an antique store. I think 2 different times I went into the same booth and they had them. So they're hanging up here above the shower. And my favorite thing is this custom made shower curtain. I got this off of a website. I saw the designer on Instagram when I was flipping through something. Unfortunately, she's no longer in business because I tried to get her to do some custom wallpaper for the bathroom and kitchen and did not have any luck getting a hold of her. But I actually got the shower curtain and a matching hand towel for in here. But I just love the seahorses. I get lots of compliments on it. So folks, there you have it. The mermaid bathroom back together after the holiday season. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends, share it. We're over 300 subscribers at this point, so we would love to keep going and get to 500, 1,000. Please feel free to leave any comments, questions you have. I love reading through the comments. I love answering questions. Feel free to visit my Instagram, Vintage Samples, my website, www.thevintagesamples.com, my eBay store, Vintage Samples 28, and check out all the fun stuff we have on there. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next video.